Hello farmers and welcome back to American Falls. For the last time for us anyways, it is middle of December and it is snowing out. It's been snowing out all morning, so I'm glad that it hasn't accumulated because I got a lot of driving around to do. We're going to be selling some stuff today, the stuff that we should be selling. I'm kind of hoping to get up to about 400,000. I haven't looked myself to see what I should be getting, and in fact, even though I'm looking at prices of stuff, I'm not using the stock market page. I'm just looking at the regular price guide and seeing where I need to be bringing it. First thing I did was I did come over here and check on the pigs. I just fed them a little while ago. And we have no pigs that are worth 700 at least. So no selling of the pigs. We did make a good amount of money overnight from the BGA. I think we were at, what, 13, 14,000? We're up to 38,000, almost 39,000. Not only the BGA, but we do have the solar panels bringing in some money as well. Everything has been kind of put away here at the farm, so everything should be all set for the farm manager when they roll on in. The wheat field did germinate, and now it looks like it should. At least I thought what it should have looked like when we planted it in October and going into November. So the wheat field is all set. We can see the pH value and nitrogen is pretty much good. Yeah, it looks like it's over in a few spots because we planted the field twice. I think maybe the planter may have put a little bit more fertilizer in than it should have. But anyways, we need to sell some stuff. Now, I did make a little bit of a mistake. I was not keeping track of our flour production, and we're still making flour. Unfortunately, we did not go through all the product. Where is it? Right here. So, run a manure. Well, I can leave that stuff on, whatever. Oh, I did go through all of it overnight. Okay, so I went through all of it. All right, so I kind of lucked out there. Yeah, I kind of forgot about the flour production, and we were full of storage. It had about maybe 30 or 40,000 liters a piece of oats and sorghum. So now, yeah, okay, so I went through all of it. That's good. So we got a lot of flour to sell. So let's go ahead and fire up our international and just start loading these up. One by one. We're going to have a lot of trips here of this. So the products that we're selling today is going to be the flour, and then butter and cheese, and then all the stuff at the crude oil refinery. So that even includes the diesel as well. We're going to sell all that stuff. I have no idea how much we got in stock inventory, how much we're going to get for all of it. So all I can say is let's start grabbing some stuff and bring it on over, shall we? Like I said, I would like to hit 400,000, but we'll see. So, flour, I did check on it just a second ago, so I knew where I was going to be starting the video here. Flour, we're going over to Johnson's Market, 695. Actually, the price is starting to drop. That just peaked a little while ago. So let's get on over there. So, is today the day I get hit by the train? Will it be the last episode I get hit by the train? I hope not, because you know, I just want this to go nice and smoothly, selling of all the products, and say goodbye to American Falls. Well, speaking of the train, there goes the train. As you can see, yep, December, the holiday lights are up around the town. So I can prove the train is on. It just went through. It's always been on. I just been lucky, I suppose. Let's go make our first trip here. And this may be like 3 full trips and a 4th trip. Not quite sure, but that's what I'm guessing. Actually, I should look at and see where the butter and cheese are going, because if the butter and cheese are going back over where the grain mill is, I can make my trips going back and forth count. Not going back with an empty trailer and all. Don't have a whole lot of butter and cheese because we sold it in October. Plus we got our environmental bonus score that's going to kick in as well. I'm glad the flour sells rather quickly. You guys got a lot of flour coming your way. Alright, that's not a bad start. So about 30,000 per trailer. Alright, so while I'm here, like I said, let me just check to see where the butter and cheese are going to go. So the butter is going to go to $9.25, $9.44. 954. Average purchase of product sales. Where the heck is that? The cheese is going to go to... Is it to the same spot or not? It is to the same spot. Average purchase of product... What the heck is that? Where is that sell point? Oh, I know what sell point. That's where... that's the sell point I put down for our refinery stuff. This is the only place we can sell the refinery stuff, besides diesel. But this is the only place that will take the bearing grease, crude oil, kerosene, and paraffin. That's the only place I'll take it. So that's where the butter and cheese are going to go? Well, okay. So we'll take that later. So we'll keep bringing the flour over here, and then when I leave here on my last trip, we'll grab the butter and cheese, go up there and sell that, and then we can go to the crude oil refinery and start bringing all that stuff to that sell point, and then we'll see where the diesel needs to go. Alright, so back and grab some flour. Like I said, this is going to be like 3 more trips, I think. It's a good amount of flour, but the good thing is we are stacking 2 tiers of flour on here, so I'm grabbing about, what, 40 or 50,000 liters of flour each trip. I think we made wheat, oats, and sorghum flour this year. Let's go ahead and get rid of more pallets, shall we? Yep, there's a lot of pallets here. But once you start stacking them on the trailer, it doesn't look as bad. Let's try to clean up this mess over here. We'll let the refinery or the mill spawn some more. I kind of wish the crude oil stuff would double stack as well. I think the only thing that double stacks is the paraffin. And even though paraffin is at its worst time, I think, to sell, we're going to grab it all and sell it all. I'm not going to try to separate all that stuff. Alright, so load number 2. And this should get us up to our first 100,000. Like I said, I'm shooting for 4. And I don't know if anyone guessed on last episode, I'm pre-recording this way in advance. I'm getting all these episodes out so I can take a little bit of a break from Farming Simulator of recording videos, so I can maybe get the next series up and going for, let's see, I think this is going out on the Wednesday, so the Friday slot is now open, so I'm kind of hoping by the time that time slot comes around, I'll have our new series ready to go. I haven't picked out a map yet. I got a couple of ideas, as I said in last episode, but I'm literally recording this right after the last episode. Alright, take it all, please. I'm glad this is not a production building because they would not be able to take this much flour. Gonna be shy of 100? No, we got over 100,000. Alright, so we're a quarter of the way there, I guess we can say. Alright, well, let's go back and forth. Remember, used to do this with the Fendt and the Dolly, but the International truck, of course, is a little bit quicker and a little bit more easier to steer around. Alright, so I said 3 full trailers and we'll overload onto a 4th, but I don't think the 4th trailer is going to be full. In the early days of American Falls, I was down at this end of the map quite often doing contracts, plowing contracts and fertilizing contracts. But halfway through, and then of course near the end, we pretty much stopped doing contracts altogether. I've done a boatload of contracts. Actually, I should be looking at our stat page to see how many hours, contracts, that kind of stuff, so you guys can see the amount of effort it went into do 9 years of farming on American Falls and have a damaged truck from running into, I don't know what that is, but it's a support of some kind. But the money that we have and what we have purchased throughout the years. All right, I may actually have a full fourth trailer. Yeah, we could have a fourth full trailer. So every trip I'm taking 40 pallets of flour. So the grain mill is finally paying off, even though we bought it like year 2 or 3. And the only reason why we purchased it was for... I was doing a contract, and it said delivered to the grain mill, but even though the contract was for the grain mill, I couldn't deliver there because we didn't own it, which is weird in a sense. I think that was a glitch. I think that may have been fixed. I'm not too sure. Because really, anytime you do a contract, usually you are delivering it to a sell point. So having to own it to deliver there would seem kind of weird. And it's not because you get the grain afterwards, because we tried doing that afterwards. Even though we own the grain mill, a contract went there, we don't get the grain for it. So we should be almost up near $150,000 just by selling flour, but we did start off around $40,000. All right, another trip. I mean, I'm kind of hoping it's the last one. I hope if it leaves me just one pallet, I'm actually going to get out, pick it up, and put it on top. Done that before. I did wake up at 9 a.m. here in December, and the forecast we see was snow and clouds incoming, or switching over to just clouds. That's been the same forecast since early this morning. It has not changed. I think the only thing saving me from this snow accumulating, oh, there's a train, is the temperature is about 10 degrees above freezing, so doesn't look like the people in American Falls are going to have a white Christmas. Yep, let us through. I really don't know how often the train does go through. I don't know how long of a cycle it's on. Alright, so are there 40 more pallets here? I think so. I'm just going to wait here and see what spawns. Alright, so can we grab the rest on here? I think we're going to have like a handful extra. Ooh, mate, nope, we're going to get it all on. Oh, it's going to lag a little bit. No, it's not lagging. Interesting. Usually when I get beside it when it's auto-loading, it lags a little bit. Alright. So 34 pallets. So it won't be exactly 30,000, but I think it'll definitely get us over the 150,000. The 150,000? The 150,000. And I don't think I'll be I could be crossing here with the diesel tanker. So maybe one more time I'll be crossing here. Even though I don't know what map I'll be going to next, I'm just kind of excited about starting over again. Because here, you know, it's like every time I reach this point on a map of where it's like, I really don't need anything now. I'm not building up the money for anything. And yeah, you could say, well, you wanted a John Deere harvester, you could work up for that. The thing is, I'm just changing out a case harvester for a John Deere harvester. I'm not upgrading in size or anything like that, so it's not like I'm really looking forward to it. to me, when I go harvest, the only thing different is I'm using a John Deere, not a case. Yeah, I know there's differences between the harvesters themselves, you know. Don't say a case and a John Deere are the same, I know. But I think most of you get what I'm saying. All right, let's spin around here and grab the cheese and butter. And we'll go sell this at the, whatever that place is called. The almost, I'll take anything weird sell point. Taking cheese and butter. But also takes the bearing grease, kerosene, oil, paraffin. All right, and up this way we go. And I think after we do sell everything, I am going to just see what the money is. And then we are going to just go over into the month of January just to see how much money comes in overnight without doing anything. I think the BGA might be empty, so it's just going to be the solar panels that are left. I shouldn't make too much, seeing they should only bring in money when the sun's out. And it's going to be dark like at 4:30 in December, right? Okay, careful, I'm taking this corner. Gotta watch out for that tree. And then cut it a little bit wider, and then swing it, and we got it. So that is almost 12 grand from butter and cheese, and that is from what was made since October, and October is the peak time. Now there is fabric to sell, but there's only like 2 pallets. I'm not going to worry too much about the little things. Oh, I keep moving the wool over as well. I don't know why, because I'm not going to do anything with it. But it's my duty as a farm manager to keep on moving that stuff for the most part. Yeah, I do still have tomatoes and some lettuce over here. That's been sitting there for a while. It's probably rotted by now. So don't want to grab that 1 pallet. There you go. All right, we'll pull up a little bit more. More shall spawn. All right. Just got to make sure I don't drive through any of the pickup points. Which I really haven't tested it out. What happens when I drive over the pickup point? Does it go back into storage, or does it just disappear? Either way, I don't want to find out now. So I said 400,000. So the question is, do we have $230,000 worth of material from the crude oil? I'm going to say we will. But I am wrong so many times on predicting this stuff. There's only one way to find out. It doesn't matter selling it all in one go, because I'm going to grab different amounts of material every time I come here. So, but we can get a rough estimate. But like I said, I really don't know how much is in stock up there. Alright, so this trailer is doing pretty good. So, almost $58,000 right there. And I don't think I've sold anything since September, maybe October. So it's had a few months to accumulate a lot of stuff. Alright, let's go grab another trailer load. And this is the small refinery, which doesn't produce as fast as the medium refinery. Now I just gotta sit here and wait for it to start spawning out. If there is more, I mean, there should be more. Looks like the snow is finally coming to an end. You know what's going to happen? The second I get out of the truck to go check the inventory, that's when it'll start spawning. Alright, he's going to get out. Okay, so it is done. Actually, it's almost out of crude oil. It's down to like 295 crude oil. So I'm guessing that this refinery here is starting to take all the oil now, which is fine. Because this refinery here produces it quicker. Yeah, the small refinery was just put there because this refinery is full and no sense of, you know, stocking up on the crude oil. Probably should have turned off the traffic for this episode, but alright, gonna have to. Just for a second. And we'll just make them disappear for a moment. Off, on. There we go. Because next time I approach this, it'll be easier. Because I won't be coming from... it won't be coming from the other refinery. We can fit a few more pieces on here, so we'll wait for it to spawn out. Alright, now it's full. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, probably should have left traffic off. Although it's been acting... Well, I don't say acting, it's been spaced out just perfectly for me so far. I actually got 4.5 hours on this truck. When you think about it, you know, usually in my series, I'm using the truck to run grain around and everything. This series here, we haven't been doing that. We've just been doing it to transport goods. So to run this for almost 4.5 hours. Yeah, picking up bales and transporting and selling goods, that's it. Well, with every item sold, we're inching ever so closer to that 400,000. We're leaving the farm, I don't want to say wealthy, but I mean, it's in really, really good shape. Taking forever for that last pallet to sell. There it goes. Yeah, so about 57,000 for that load. Thought about doing this section in a time lapse, but I've done that before. And with this video, probably going to be, for my standards, on the short side, like about a half hour long. If I did a time lapse, and the video would be like 20 minutes long. Although, maybe some people are thinking, yeah, sitting here watching you sell things non-stop, maybe not your thing, and that's okay. But some people are going to want to see every little thing sold at the end. Use the guardrail as a brake, because why not? Hope I'm not too close to those pallets over there. A lot of paraffin. Paraffin's worth quite a bit, but not this time of year, unfortunately. And like I said, I don't feel like sitting there and trying to separate it. Done that before, and that takes some patience. And then I gotta stack it up And plus, I want to hit that 400,000. Because that's what I said we hit. Or at least I guess that's what we hit. We're not that far off, and we just need 115,000 more. This should be $50,000 right here. So if I get one more full trailer at least, and then we sell the diesel fuel, I think that will do it. Actually, this stuff selling at the high price in December probably is correct, because you think that, you know, in the wintertime, most of the farmers are taking care of their machinery for the past harvesting season and getting it ready for the new season. So, you know, bearing grease, all that kind of stuff, probably in the highest demand this time of year. Alright, do we have another full trailer here? Well, this section is definitely full. Well, I think that's going to do it for the crude oil production. But we are at 344. Whoops, sorry. We are at 344,000. So, yeah, sorry, Van. Yeah, this will leave us just shy of 400,000, but once we sell the diesel, we're there. And I swear I did not, when I guessed maybe 400,000, I wasn't quite sure I'd reach there when I gave my estimate before. I don't know if it was my first guesstimate was 400,000 last episode, the episode before that. I think we'll get over it. Although I haven't sold this trailer yet to see exactly how much we're going to get. And I don't know how much diesel we have either. If I haven't sold diesel in a few months. So I just need $25,000 worth of diesel. I need $20,000 worth of diesel. I must have $15,000 worth of diesel. I must have $10,000 worth of diesel. I'm sure we must have that much diesel. Alright, let's go ahead and just drop off the trailer here. And we'll check to see where we're selling the diesel when it's filling up, because it does take a moment or two. Hey, look at that money. It's like, oh, we're sitting pretty good. But if you remember, we looked at that John Deere harvester, and that was like $550,000. Of course, I would get some money in return for our Case harvester, but I'm guessing not a whole lot. We bought that used, and then we put, I don't know, like 12 hours on it, maybe. All right, this should be able to hold all the diesel. So we got this tank and the tank over there. So while that's filling up, and I don't want to forget about it, let's go ahead and look at our total number of hours. So I've been on this map for 166 hours. I'm guessing that's not going to be completely accurate, because unless it converts the hours over, because this is a new save. Because when American Falls updated, we switched over. So this may not be the exact amount of hours I played on here. Where's the missions? I can tell by looking at how many missions I did. Oh, right here, 267. Well, that could be close. So maybe these numbers are... I mean, 267 missions, that's a lot. It's all fertilizing and plowing. I think maybe 1 or 2 harvesting missions, that's about it. Oh yeah, it should know because it's 9 years played, so that should be correct. Yeah, so these numbers should be correct. I cut down 57 trees, but I think that's doubled because... No, that could be correct too, as well. 613 bales. But you can see all the numbers here if you want to pause it and go back and look at it. But that's roughly what I did. Yeah, I think what I did was when I created the new save, all the trees I cut down, I think I walked around with the Easy Developer mod and just deleted them all. I didn't cut them down and go sell them again. So the game's not going to consider that cutting down trees. All right, that's filling up. Where am I bringing the diesel to? Diesel. Where's the diesel? Okay, can't be this far down the list. Probably scrolled by it once or twice already. Diesel, there we go. 1250, 1277. Well, that's at the small refinery. That's where we're at. So we can't sell it to either one of these two. So it's either We Buy Anything or Falls Garden Center. All right, Falls Garden Center is where we got to go. And I really... Oh, wait. Is this the one across the street here? Yes. Should have known. Well, at over 27,000 liters, yes, that's going to get us over 400,000. But, like I said, I don't know what you guys have guessed. Maybe someone guessed 425,000 or 450, whatever it is we're going to get to. I think what I did was... I think I can get around this way. I think I can make this corner, but if I went around the other way, I wouldn't make the corner. Well, there's 425. 430. So if anyone guessed 430, you are the winner. Or the closest to it. And we're not like The Price is Right. If you went over a little bit and you said 435, that's still close enough in my book. Yeah, so that is pretty darn good, I do believe. But we're not done here, because what I want to do is going to go back to our tent, because that's the only place I can sleep. Is the BGA done? Alright, so we still have some slurry that it's going through, and that's fine. But let's just go ahead and we're going to sleep through the night. We're going to wake up at 9. We're at 4:30. Let's see what we wake up with money-wise. I'm going to guess like 4:45. BGA doesn't bring in that much on slurry. 4:39, yeah. So overall, not too bad. It's a beautiful January morning, but there we have it. Leaving American Falls with $440,000 in the bank account. And they can do from here on out what they are supposed to do. My contract ran up at midnight, so I have overstayed my welcome at this point. I'm sure they'd be fine with me hanging around just for another half a month or so. But yeah, for those of you who have made it this far in the series, thanks for sticking with it through good times and bad. Do I want to say bad times? It's a game. It's all good times. Even through problematic times like this field here. We kind of got it squared away. And Yeah, not too bad. We have cows, sheep, goats. They're all doing good. No loan, all the farmer equipment. We got pretty much everything they need to do. And they got $440,000 to go spend on what they would like to do with it. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video and you think about giving it a thumbs up, please do. And also, if you're thinking about maybe subscribing and you have not yet, please do so as well. But that is where we're going to end the video and the series. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again next time, well, at another farm somewhere. But until then, have a good one.